Hi guys, welcome to my channel. On today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about how I treated for spider mites in my catasetums. So about 2 to 3 months ago, I noticed that a lot of my catasetums started to have this damage underneath the leaves, more specifically. And upon further inspection, I noticed that there were spider mites. And there were, I would say, more than half of my collection had spider mites. And at the time I had 20 or 30 catasetums. So that was a lot. So I filled this container, well, I didn't fill it up, halfway with rubbing alcohol. And I grabbed this cotton pad and I would clean the underside of the leaves and then clean the bottom side of the leaves. And something cool I noticed is the plants that had spider mites in there, once the bugs were killed, I guess you would say, the cotton pad would have like green streaks. So I don't know if that was like their blood or they got squished, I don't know, but I noticed that it would leave the cotton pad with green. So that was a good way of me checking, especially with a plant like this where it's really damaged, where I could not see whether there was spider mites or not. Soaking the cotton pad with alcohol and rubbing the underside of the leaves, it will show me whether or not there were spider mites in there. So if there were none, it would just say like damp, you know, like before I cleaned it. If there were spider mites in there, it would leave streaks of green. And I did that for 2 to 3 times a week, and did that for about a month, I would say. And that seemed to do the trick. There were a few orchids like these two that just I could not get rid of spider mites. And I noticed that the roots had little bugs too that looked like spider mites. So I went ahead and pretty much forced them to go dormant about a month ago. And pretty much I cut off the new leaves, the new pretty leaves, the leaves that were still growing, cut off all the roots, even the green root tips, cut off everything. So I was only left with these 2 bulbs. And I covered this catasetum with rubbing alcohol, and I cleaned it off with this pad. And I quarantined it, and I placed it in this PT method thing I'm trying. And that seemed to do the trick. Like, I haven't noticed any damages, anything new. And I did the same with this one, except the new growth was too small. You can see it there, that it's pretty much brown and dried, but it's growing this new growth. It has little roots in there, so that seemed to work. So that's a method that worked for me. I did try the rubbing alcohol, soap, and water combination, and honestly, that didn't do anything for me. It actually delayed me from cleaning the rest of the orchids, which I felt cost more of the infection. So the only thing I really saw working for me was the rubbing alcohol. Because I tried a big box insecticide or miticide, and that didn't work either. So I opted out with the cheapest solution, which is straight up rubbing alcohol, and that seemed to do the trick. So if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. But as far as right now, I would say I'm probably 96% spider mite free. Thanks for watching.